say that most of these emails I'm getting now are about, please can I spend Thanksgiving with you, which I appreciate. Okay. Hi Kurt, my name is Jason Bennett. I love the show and I love being its #1 fan. One of my favorite scenes is from the first season when Otto slams Agent Stahl's head into the table repeatedly. That was amazing. It actually made Otto become my favorite character. Wow. That being said, my question for the segment is, are we ever going to see Otto get out of prison? I mean, he is the one member of the club that has yet to be seen in his cut. Your character deserves to ride at least once in the show, right? At the very least, is it possible to get maybe a flashback episode in which we get to see him ride with his brothers? Thanks for taking the time out of what seems to be a very busy schedule to talk to fans. Can't wait to see what the new season has in store for us in a couple of weeks. Sincerely, with the utmost respect, Jason Bennett. Well, thank you for your respect, Jason. And it's a good question, man. I think, I've said this before. For me, Otto, first of all, I'm the only one that will actually employ me as an actor. And for good reason. Otto really, for me, was a device, a device, an expository device, because so much of the information these guys get in this world comes from the prison system. So he was really sort of the guy in there that we could go to get intel on perhaps some storyline that was going to generate from the prison system. And we were able to sort of turn that into the dynamic that happened with Stahl in season 1, and yeah, that was a fun scene to do, and Ali Walker was such a champion to let us do that. I don't think he'll get out. We'll discover in season 4. I'm not sure what episode, but we'll get some backstory in terms of why Otto's in jail and what's going on. But the idea that we've seen Otto commit so many crimes already just in prison, and as often happens to these guys, is that their need to survive inside causes them to do things that will continue to get them in deeper trouble and add time to their sentence. So a lot of these guys ultimately just become lifers, and that's really what's happened to Otto. So there is no way he's getting out at this point, not after the things we've seen him do. As far as flashbacks, I've said we don't really do flashback episodes. The closest thing we've ever done to a flashback was, the hallucinogenic moment that Jax has in season 3, where, we play, Clay and his father, and, that really, for me, I didn't consider that a flashback. I considered that sort of a, a stylized device in terms of what was going on with Jax emotionally, and that's in that moment that is what he saw. We won't really be doing flashbacks. It's really not that kind of show. I just feel like it would really, the same way a dream sequence, does, is that to me it just sort of pulls us out of the reality and the instantaneous impact of these guys living moment to moment to moment to moment, and to do, to lean on one of those devices, I feel like is going to slow the show down, and ultimately isn't true to what we've created here. So I thank you for your question. I thank you for your